Welcome back to another Nerds at Night podcast. I'm your host, Shawn. Tonight I have with me Brennan and Josh. Guys, how are y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, man.
Lots of good
Glad
news.
to be here.
Got some different the game of the year news, kind of hot takes a little bit. It's kind of different. Not what I expect.
I wouldn't call it a hot take, but it's not what I expected.
Yeah, maybe not a hot take. So we're gonna start off with some little bit of Xbox news. So us three for sure love and play Halo.
Yes, sir.
It came out the November
Yes, sir.
15th. Yeah, November 15th. We playing multiplayer. We got ranked up in platinum, pretty high in platinum. So that made me feel really good. Oh, mouse and keyboard, something I'm not used to. Then the 8th, a few days ago, the single player campaign came out. I have maybe 10 minutes in
Wow.
because I was playing on Legendary and it was right before work. And yeah, it's so far it was just getting the feel of it. The mechanics is just all I got into it. So I haven't really got into the story. Have any of y'all played it longer than I have?
Brennan, go ahead.
I've played it about 2 hours. I enjoy it. It's to me it feels a little bit different than the old Halos. Like I'm not used to the boss fights in Halo. But I enjoy it. They're cool characters. They really bring a new fresh take to Halo. And I love the grappling hook and all the new suit advancements or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
They're awesome. What about you, Josh?
Honestly, I've played. The day it came out, I played maybe 6 hours of the game. Dude, I love it, man. I was not a huge fan of that grappling hook whatsoever in multiplayer. No, I hated it, man. I thought it was crap, to be completely honest.
I was so happy when I got that. 'Cause it's shooting across the map real quick.
Oh,
Man.
playing the campaign, dude, I absolutely love it. I have it maxed all the way out already. I don't care about anything else. That's the only thing that I use. It got me, like Brennan said, took me a little bit to get used to the boss fights. It's a little weird for Halo. Honestly, out of 343, this is by far my favorite Halo game. They did fantastic on multiplayer and the campaign. Halo 5.
So just 343.
Yeah, just 343 area. I'm not going to go Bungie at all because we all know Bungie's master of Halo right there.
What about you, Shawn? How do you feel?
I'm going to lower the difficulty to normal so I can experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Actually play the
instead of-
story.
Instead of like trying to play multiplayer and campaign mode. You know what I mean?
The difficulty, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, how do you feel about where it ranks on the Halos? Is what I was asking.
I'm sorry. I love it. Let's put it that way. It's right underneath Halo 3.
Really?
Really?
So if you're going to...
I like it better than Halo 3.
What?
I can't.
Nah.
Man. I can't because I started off with Halo 3, so it's my baby.
Man, I started...
It's even with Halo Reach for me. I loved Reach. Reach was my favorite Halo for the longest time.
Some of the gameplay does feel like Reach. Some of the graphics kind of remind me of Reach. It has that Reach feel to it. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people probably disagree with me, but that's my opinion. I feel like it has that Reach. I feel... I've been playing Halo since it came out back in 2001. I want to say Halo came out, if I remember right.
Yeah, I watched your Xbox memory.
The Xbox Museum for different players. Yeah, the Halo.
Yeah, a lot of time. It's like your top games are just Halo. It's like what is Josh known for?
Yes,
Halo.
sir. I love it.
Alright.
So we're playing multiplayer in Halo. What is the thing that we hated the most is we could not stick to one game.
Oh no.
So the 14th. So
December 14th.
on the 14th, December 14th, you can actually play Slayer
Slayer.
24/7. Yeah, Slayer 24/7.
Yes. I'm so excited, man. I get to play some SWAT all over again. Free for all,
Yep.
bro. Bring it to me. Give it to me. Fiesta, give it to me.
I'm excited too. I'm ready for SWAT mostly.
I'm excited for SWAT.
And I know with the campaign, we're gonna jump right back to the campaign. The controversy over the you have to restart the whole game instead of picking the level you want.
Basically, there's no replay campaign mission feature. Like, you can't pick, oh, I'm gonna go play mission 2 all over again. You have to play mission 1 to play mission 2.
No, they're in the process of fixing that. So that'd be good. Makes the campaign even better when they do fix it.
I agree.
Okay. Next on the list, we have Crossfire X. Can one of y'all explain to me what that is?
All right, so I know quite a bit about it. It's an Xbox exclusive. It'll be Xbox and PC. It has a free-to-play multiplayer, which hopefully that's pretty good, and it has 2 single-player campaigns, both developed by Remedy,
Okay.
the makers of like Control, Alan Wake. So it should be really good. The single-player campaigns should be beautiful, and they should play really well. I haven't played a Remedy game that I didn't like. Are you guys excited for it? Or you just kind of don't know?
I kind of don't know, but if it keeps up what it says, what you says it will do, then yeah, it'll probably be a really, really good game.
And the multiplayer is free to play, so you can just try it out.
I always like the free to play.
Yeah, just try it out.
I agree with Shawn. Like, I don't know anything about it right now. I read it the other day a little bit of the article. I'm excited. I was a huge fan of Alan Wake, so I'm excited to see what that's gonna be like.
Mm-hmm. So now we're gonna talk about new Saints Row gameplay. Has anyone watched that besides me?
Saints Row 3?
No, it's a reboot. Complete reboot.
It's a remake of Saints Row?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Alright, so I watched it earlier. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I'm not too sure about the driving mechanics. It looks really stiff, but the rest looks fun. It's wacky, just like the old Saint Rose.
Right.
You do tons of crazy stuff. I think there's 4 gangs that you're trying to fight for power with. And the game just looks like an old Saints Row, but like way better. Besides the driving mechanics, I'm a little worried about those, but we'll see whenever it comes out.
So did the original one have stiff driving mechanics?
A little bit, but every game had a little bit of stiff driving mechanics back then. GTA was pretty bad back then about it too.
I feel like GTA's driving mechanics is really loose.
I like GTA 5s. I enjoyed GTA 5s, but GTA 4s, no.
See,
it was pretty
I've
stiff.
never played Saint Rose, and I don't feel like I'm gonna even attempt to play this one.
I'm gonna look at it, see what it gets rated.
You'll pick it up.
I will watch people play it first. I do have a buddy that loves Saints Row, so I will get his opinions from it too.
I just never picked it up. I never found interest in picking it up. I don't know why.
I was always more interested in GTA.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna watch out for this one. It looks decent.
Okay.
All right, next is Alan Wake 2. I know we just mentioned the former one.
Oh, yes.
Not too long ago. So, apparently, I've read a couple things about it. The director of the game has said it has tons of horror. It's made by Remedy. Still Remedy. So, they have also claimed it's their most beautiful game they've ever made.
That's good.
I'm super excited about it. I hope it's even scarier than 1.
Now, forgive my ignorance. That's PlayStation exclusive?
No. It was an Xbox exclusive. Now it's on everything.
You can actually pick it up on Steam right now.
I never played
It
it.
is
so I
a
don't know anything
fantastic
about it.
game.
I'm probably thinking of Uncharted.
Turn off your lights, play that game, put some headphones on, get immersed into it. You'll jump.
No, but I'll be out the door.
I guarantee you will be. One of the other games that we play,
Yeah, I'll
you
jump.
will be. Let's see how you act on that game.
You know, I jump on
Yes, sir.
Phasmophobia, so I'm definitely going to jump on this one. So speaking of Phasmophobia has I felt, man, so this game for what, $15?
$13.99.
$13, worth it, completely worth it, because they, from all the updates that they have, it freaking blows my mind that they're making the game even better. The newest updates we haven't had the tarot cards yet.
No.
But the mirror and the music box, is that the only three
No,
things?
there's a voodoo doll, which I played with the first game that we
voodoo
played.
doll. I haven't
Died
seen
Yeah, I did. I was so mad.
those items. As really cool as I feel like it's a good way to interact a lot more than start the hunt a lot earlier. Because there's times you go in there and you're in there for 10 minutes, and you're like, I got freezing temps. That's all I have.
Yep.
And you're trying to get the ghost to interact more, and it's just not interacting. Oh, and the new ghost mimic,
Oh, yeah.
that's a really good
I don't
one,
like it.
because you're sitting there thinking this one ghost, then it does something different, and you're like, what is going on? Why
Mm-hmm.
a spirit doesn't do this? What? Why is a spirit doing?
You expect
this?
one thing, and it's a totally different another thing.
Oh, the summoning.
The summoning circle. Ooh.
Oh, dude. Okay, that's instant
It is.
death. Instant. As soon as you light it, take a picture, run to a closet, to the bathroom, something. You gotta make sure your door's open before you do that, because
Go search your house.
it is crazy how it just instant it pops up there.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying that game and all their updates. They've really improved.
Me and Brennan had a conversation earlier
just-
today. I would pay $60 straight up for this game.
I wouldn't pay $60 for the game itself, but I would give the studio, like, let's say they made a Kickstarter. I would be willing to give this studio $60 of my money to make a really good game.
Yeah.
Like, let them have a big budget, see what they can do, because I think they could do awesome.
I don't know who the studio is right now. I don't pay attention to when it loads up. Is this their first game? Is this their
Let
10th
me
game?
look real quick.
I think, honestly, there's one more game before this game. I actually have it pulled up. Just a second.
But using the mirror, finding immediately where the ghost is
Kinetic
at,
Games.
that's-
So far from on Steam, it's their first game, at least on Steam. Yeah, Steam isn't popping anything else up on there. Brennan, you getting anything?
Oh wow.
I'm seeing that it is their first and only game.
Holy crap.
So that's a pretty good first and only game.
That's really good first game from a
brand new developer.
Brand new
I
developer.
will say this.
But
Go ahead, Shawn.
but the mirror, finding exactly where the ghost is at, just peeping at it real quick. Cheating, but it helps.
I'm not a fan of the mirror. I'm really not. I don't like because you have two different ways to tell where the ghost is. Well, I haven't played with the Ouija board much, the new one yet. The Ouija board usually tells you where the ghost is. I don't like the mirror because it exactly shows you where the ghost is. For example, that we played it twice and we found it twice in the garage. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like to be able to hunt for it a little bit. I want to have a surprise. Right. I don't be like, oh, here I found the mirror.
That's why I was like, cheating, but if you want a fast game, it helps out a lot.
I feel like it should have been used more for like the bigger maps, the lodge, the asylum, the prison, the school, especially probably for the school and the prison.
Because if you show me a room in a school in the prison, I'm like, I don't
know.
where that's at.
I don't mind the mirror because, first of all, you sacrifice sanity. Second of all, it has a chance to hunt whenever you use the mirror. And then you can only use the mirror once. Because the second time you use it, it breaks. She or he immediately hunts.
Yeah.
I don't think it's overpowered.
I like the music box.
My two favorite things so far in this are the music box and the voodoo doll. Even though I died and I lost, what was it, 2,500? It was a lot of money. I was mad.
Lost all my equipment. The music box, you're like, what does this do? And you click it, or you put it down and turn it on. Then the ghost is walking towards it, humming.
Starts singing. Yeah.
Oh my god, it gets loud and it's kind of creepy.
Brennan walked in the house earlier and it killed him immediately, or was that you?
That was me.
Yeah, that was Brennan. You didn't even know what was going on. Just walked in the house, died.
I was like, what? How?
How did I just die?
We've been playing that a lot.
Yeah, we've been playing that.
Another game we've been playing a whole lot, Icarus.
Oh my god.
Yes, is Icarus.
We have so much time.
Yeah, the game's not even 2 weeks old, and we have like, I think I have 40 hours, which is crazy for me.
Yeah, y'all are up there. I have maybe 12.
Yeah, Brennan, we have a lot of hours into that game. I think you checked yesterday. I think we checked yesterday for you and another one of our friends. 40 plus hours. I'm right.
Yeah, it's glitchy, but it's fun.
Still very buggy.
Yes.
But man, if they can
Fix
fix the
all
bugs, make it run better, then yes, that'll be another great game.
I think it's great as itself.
It already runs a little bit. Yeah, it already runs a little better than it was at first.
Right. Another game that we've been playing a lot of is Age of Empire 4. And another RTS game that's being made is Dune. I don't know if I think we've seen Dune, right?
Yeah.
Dune Spice Wars.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're making an RTS version of that.
Yep, it's a 4
PC
times
only.
RTS.
It's a what?
4 times RTS. I'm not sure what the 4 times means.
Okay.
It's a 4 times RTS.
Okay.
I mean, we play a lot of RTS games. I'm excited for it.
I'm not too sure. Like, it could be good. It could be really bad. Honestly, I don't know what studio is developing it.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I'm looking it up right now. With
Developed
4
by
times-
Shiro Games. Shiro?
Shiro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have a release?
Funcom Shiro Games. I'm gonna look up what a 4 times RTS is right now.
Okay.
I've never heard of that. Have you guys?
4-time element, so it's a real-time strategy game with 4 times the elements.
Like, so it can get real
so
sandy,
it's
like a
like-
sandstorm?
It's like Stellaris.
Yes.
Sins of the Solar Empire. I'm not gonna like it. I can tell you that right now.
Okay. So
It's
I guess we
too-
won't be playing that.
It's kind of like,
Have y'all watched the trailer for it at all?
yeah, I did. It was too early to know, really. But judging by the other 4 times RTSs I'm seeing, I'm not gonna like it.
Right.
I mean, it might be fun. We'll give it a try, though.
We'll see. We'll see.
Among Us. I wish we had 10 people because I still love that
Yes.
game. We have, I think, 8. We're just short. We can still play it, but Among Us, a smaller version of it, is coming into VR, which I think that's really good. It gets, you get to watch yourself die. That's
Oh, yeah.
neat. It's just more like you already use, swipe the card on your computer, but this time I think you're actually going pull the card off your waistband and swipe it. if that functions in there, that's really nice.
That would be.
I think that's just a really good ad because VR's stepping up a lot in the past year.
VR's fun.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a huge fan of VR.
And the upcoming years.
Resident Evil 4 VR
VR
is
is really
still one of my
taking off.
favorite games to play.
Yes.
Best
Uh,
VR
then-
game hands down is Half-Life Alyx, though.
I still haven't played it yet. I need to pick it up.
Then we
Yeah, you do.
then we have Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes, sir.
The Friday
The
13th.
same developers that made
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Gun Interaction, I think it is. If I remember top off my head.
It could be.
I'm a huge fan of Friday the 13th video game. I like it. It's kind of sad to see what happened with it, all the legal battles. I have high hopes for this one.
a lot of copyright battles or
Yes, they lost their license after a certain amount of time.
okay.
So, it was. I enjoyed the game, but it was buggy as all get out, and Jason was overpowered.
He was.
And since they lost the license, I think it just went downhill after that. Like they didn't work on it really. They didn't make it better.
They had
So it was left a buggy game.
a huge new map coming out for it, which was supposed to be Jason X style, which I was excited for, but never saw the light today.
All right. So we're going to take a sponsor break and come back and talk about PlayStation.
Hi, everybody. It's Cheyenne here from the Nerds and Night podcast, here to tell you about our presenting sponsor, Anchor. Anchor is the free and easiest way to make a podcast with creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will then distribute your podcast for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple, and many more without you having to do anything. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It has everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
Guess what? We have fanware. If you like us, love us, show us support by going to the nerdsthatnight.com and you can purchase t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeves, pillows, coffee mugs, and have it shipped directly to you. Or you can go to anchor.fm and show us some love there by subscribing to our podcast on there. Or go to YouTube, subscribe there, like us, leave us comments, and whatever you want. So if you want some fanware, go to nerdsthatnight.com and go pick that up today. So PlayStation, let's start off with, they bought out? Is it? I don't know. That sounds bad. They bought out, right?
They required.
Yeah, they bought Valkyries.
They bought Valkyrie Entertainment. So the big thing is Xbox bought Bethesda Studios, which is a huge deal because now that's most all their games going to be Xbox exclusives. Valkyrie has already worked on a bunch of games with them and helped with Halo Infinite. But this is their 5th studio.
Whoa, they didn't
Right.
help with Halo Infinite.
Yeah,
Valkyrie Games is bought by Sony.
right. But they had
PlayStation.
a hand.
What? I didn't read that.
Yeah, they had.
Okay.
Where's that at? Let me get back to the page.
I read that they helped with Forza
Valkyrie-
Motorsport 7.
Right, Valkyrie Entertainment is located in Seattle, Washington, and has previously worked as a support studio on titles like State of Decay 2, God of War 2018, Valorant, and Halo Infinite.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they worked on
Yes,
Halo
sir.
Infinite.
Yeah, so probably like a small portion of it, I would maybe.
Yeah, the
What-
support
what
studios
mechanic?
usually help quite a bit, actually.
I don't know.
They're also working on God of War Ragnarok right now.
Yes.
Sony acquired them. That's probably
Yes.
why, because they worked on both God of Wars at this moment.
See, I just need to come over to your house, man, and play God of War Ragnarok when it comes out, because I can't justify spending that much money on the PlayStation for one game.
Right, right.
I don't know, man. But they just came out with a release date on one of their next exclusives for Spoken.
Yes.
Spoken?
I don't know if you guys have watched that at all. Have you?
That,
No, just hearing the name, right? I don't. So I'm not a PlayStation guy. Just hearing Forspoken reminds me of, was it Horizon Dawn? Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
it's
Just the
it's
name
nothing
just
like it,
reminds me
though.
of that. That's it. Forspoken sounds like something in the wild. I have bows and arrows, and I have to craft stuff.
No, nothing
No?
like
Okay.
that.
I'm gonna look it up because I am oblivious to this.
You play a woman.
Forspoken.
She has
this is-
powers.
Yeah, this is not.
And I'm not sure the objective, but it's basically I think it's open world, and she has powers, and she's learning how to use all these powers. And she was just like a regular person before all this, and somehow she just got plopped into this like fantasy world where she has all these powers, and she's going through whatever she needs to go through. I haven't read the whole story, so I don't know much about the story. But the gameplay looks really good.
I
The
wonder, do you
graphics
get
are
to go
amazing.
Into Taj Mahal?
What'd you say?
Do you get to go into Taj Mahal?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I've only watched like 2 or 3 gameplay videos, and it just looks really good. It's made by Square Enix,
Ooh, okay.
partnered with PlayStation.
Then PlayStation is trying to compete with Xbox Game Pass, called codename Spartacus.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about this? What do you want to see from this? And how much would you pay?
this is gonna be your question, Brennan, because none of us play PlayStation.
You guys are missing out, honestly.
There's only 2 games I want to play.
I'm
I
not-
want to play Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and God of War. That's it.
Not Horizon?
Nah. I wasn't really that much of a fan of the first one. Why would I want to play the second one?
Have you even played the
Yes.
first one? There's something wrong with you. I'm excited because I'm hoping it comes to PC. I'm really hoping it comes to PC. All of them day one. All their exclusives. There's rumors that it won't have their exclusives day one, which I think they'd be putting it to bed right there. They'd kill the subscription right there if they didn't do that.
Right, but then they can say, it's like, well, we have all these backwards compatibility games that you can play.
I don't think that would matter enough to most people.
So do you think this is their way of coming over to the PC world with this Project Spartacus instead of just making it a PlayStation exclusive?
They've already obviously been thinking about it because they're putting God of
Yes.
War on PC. They put Horizon. They put Days Gone. They put Death Stranding. So they've already obviously been thinking about it. Yes, I think this is their way of fully coming to PC. I'm hoping.
Okay.
They need to put all their games on it day one, all their exclusives, make deals with third-party developers like Microsoft has. Microsoft is obviously making money hand over fist with this subscription service. They have 18 million subscribers. So let's say that's $10 a month. That's $180 million a month.
Just
It's $9.99. Then you got
For nothing.
$15.99 for the Xbox and PC.
for nothing.
15. It's just 15. But if it's $15, it's even more.
Yes.
So $180 million per month, that basically pays for the development of one whole game. Usually. That's about that. I think that's actually a little more than the average game development. So I think Microsoft is doing pretty well with it.
So
So I think PlayStation should definitely try to also copy what they are doing, put everything they can on it. Go ahead and do the backwards compatibility because that'll sell some people. But also put all their exclusives on it day one. Do not. If you don't do that, you're killing the service right there.
So what would you pay for something like this? We pay for Xbox.
I'd pay 15.
Would you?
Yeah, I paid 15 for Xbox, so Sony has enough good exclusives. I wouldn't mind it at all.
Shawn, if this came over to
They have-
PC, would you pay for it?
And it has to be a PC only option like Xbox has, and it has to be super cheap.
Would you pay $15 a month?
No,
Would you pay $10 like Game Passes?
it has to be. I have to see what games are available to justify that, because I'm just if I can. I don't know. If I see a couple PlayStation 1 games on there that I like, then I might, because those are $20
Yeah.
right now as it is.
Have you guys ever wanted to play Last of Us?
I've already played Last of Us 1 and 2. I had a PS4.
I never.
You're the one that helped me. You're the one that got me. After work one day, went to your house and we played Last of Us 4 or Last of Us for what, the first 10 minutes. Spoiler alerts after the girl gets shot, and I was like, dude, I have to go buy a PlayStation. I have to have a PlayStation. Then Last of Us 2, I played it, dude. I would play Last of Us 2 again. It was a fantastic game. I liked it a lot. As much as you're gonna hate me for saying this, I want to see a Last of Us 3. I really do.
No.
I know you don't. We talked about it before. But I really want to see a Last of Us 3.
Put it to bed.
Hold.
It was
So give you an idea how much it costs to make a game. Grand Theft Auto 5. You know how big that is. It's a cost around $265 million to make.
That's GTA 5 though. That's
Right,
not
we're
average.
saying how big. It says like an indie game can cost somewhere to $50,000 to $75,000. $50,000 to $750,000
Okay.
to make an indie game, but up to $300 million to make
Triple A.
a broad big game.
Go for it. Like Halo 5 was half a billion dollars. Halo Infinite, sorry. Halo Infinite was $500 million.
So that would take
Halo
half a
Infinite
year.
would cost $500 million to
Yeah.
make.
That's
Really?
that's what I'm reading. It's Halo Infinite cost half a billion dollars to make. It's the most expensive video game in history, apparently. So
Well, they had to go big on
yeah,
it, or they're going to lose people, because the suspense was killing me. For
it was
years.
like you've heard me talk about this before. This was 343's last chance to make this game great, or I was done. They were gonna lose me as a fan.
And losing them as if they would have lost Josh as a fan, they would have shut them down completely.
I don't know about all that.
That's how much of a big impact you made in that 343.
Dude,
era.
Let's be honest. They were struggling for a while though. For a good 5 years, they were not putting out good ones.
No.
What?
And then all of a
Man.
sudden, it's like, bam! They just have tons of good
Mhm.
games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like they took their criticism and actually applied it and listened.
Thank God, because they were dying.
Yeah.
PlayStation 4s sold like I think almost triple what Xboxes did.
Because of that.
Yeah.
And I will say this, like,
Okay.
I wasn't a huge fan of the PS3. I've always been a huge fan of Xbox. I did like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I hated 3. But when the new Xbox, the Xbox One finally dropped and I got it, I hated it so much. There was no good games. There was no exclusives really to play that I felt like were great. And then all of y'all, when we all worked together, hey, what system do y'all play? PS4. I guess I'm jumping on the PS4 bandwagon. I loved it throughout the whole life. I loved it.
Yeah. Let's talk about Halo 5 being so lackluster too. It was maybe like a 7 at most.
So
I just played that for the game for the month.
So here's my thing. Y'all both know how big of a Halo fan I am. Shawn watched my Xbox Museum. I'm a huge fan of Halo. You gave it a 7. I gave it a 4.
I'm saying 7 at most. That's like being generous. I did not think that game was good in any aspect. The multiplayer was only okay. The worst Halo game they've ever made.
I wanted to play the campaign or the multiplayer so much. Every time I picked it up, it was like, I can't do this. It's not Halo. But when Master Chief Collection came out, I jumped on it.
Yeah, because it had all the good
It
games.
did. Reach 3.
Mm-hmm. They didn't need to include 5.
No.
Okay,
Yes,
Josh.
sir.
Brennan knows this answer.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 6 titles, unless you already looked
Nope, I haven't
this
looked it up.
And you tell me which one won Game of the Year, okay? We have Deathloop, It Takes Two. Is it Metroid Dread? Did I say that right?
Metroid.
Psychonauts 2,
Good game.
Ratchet and Clank, and Resident
game.
Evil Village.
Oh, out of all those games,
Which one would you pick to win Game of the Year?
personally, I'm gonna give you 2 answers. I'm gonna go with my personal opinion. Resident Evil Village won Game of the Year.
Okay.
I think it did, but I'm probably gonna say Psychonauts 2 won Game of the Year.
Okay. Brennan, what would you think would have won Game of the Year?
I've personally played every single one of those games, and the one
Which
I
one would you
would have
pick for
chose,
Game of the Year?
Yeah.
And I'll give you the answer.
I would have chose Deathloop. It was amazing.
Okay. I never played any of these games. So I didn't vote. The Game of the Year is It Takes Two.
What?
I played it. It's honestly a really good
What?
game. It's a co-op adventure. You play with another person and you literally depend on each other the whole time. And it is so fun. It's quirky. You get attached to the characters. They do a good job with the story. It's made by the same developers that made A Way Out. Josh.
Yeah.
The prison game. And they honestly do such a good job. It's a good-looking game. It plays good. There's so much variety to it,
But
and it's just
I can't
Over what?
see that, man. Like, you had Resident Evil Village was a fantastic game. I would have chose that for Game of the Year. Honestly, hands down. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. But I know it wasn't going to be Game of the Year. Psychonauts 2 was a fantastic game. I loved it. Again, we go back to PlayStation. I don't have Ratchet and Clank. Honestly, I can see that winning. But It Takes Two.
It also won Best Family and Best Multiplayer.
honestly, I get it. I'll be honest with you, Josh. The only 2 games I didn't finish on that list, I played them all,
Okay.
but I did not finish Psychonauts, and I did not finish Resident Evil Village.
What is wrong with you? Why?
I got bored of both
Of
those.
Resident Evil?
Psychonauts is good. Yeah,
Chris Redfield,
I re-
though, dude.
I didn't really like it that
Yeah,
much.
you gotta.
It was okay. It was a 6 or a 7.
So a little bit of spoiler alerts. Are you cool with spoiler alerts, Brennan? Resident Evil?
I don't think we should do it to people.
It's already been out for over a year now.
Has it? Oh,
Yeah,
close
yeah,
to
close
a
to a
year.
year.
At least. Okay, spoiler alert, guys. We're about to tell some main story of Resident Evil.
I'm not gonna tell like the whole main story and give everything away, but you have Chris Redfield in the beginning of the game. That's cool. Whatever. You see him.
Yes.
You know that. But you
He betrays you.
Ish. You find out why. Not to tell you anything, but you find out why he, quote unquote, betrays you. But at the end of the game, you get to play as Chris again? Nah, dude.
Yeah.
Hands down, I liked Ethan Winters. I did like his character a lot from Biohazard to this one. It sucks what happens. Not gonna spoil it. Sucks. But Chris Redfield, you get to play him again?
Sounds like he
Dude,
dies.
I was so happy when Chris comes out and you get to play as Chris again. Nah. You need to finish it, Brennan. You need to finish it.
I'll finish it.
What'd you say, Shawn? Did you say somebody dies?
It sounds like he dies.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious.
So here's the thing. Like, I don't want to spoil anything because it's kind of iffy if he dies. Like, okay, if you play the campaign, spoilers, I'll go ahead and spoil it. He dies. Quote unquote dies. But at the funeral, his daughter, I'm assuming it's his daughter, she's a little bit older, but as they're pulling away with Chris in the car, you kind of see somebody walking on the side of the road. So I'm assuming it's probably Ethan again. You don't see who it is, but you kind of have that feeling like, is he really dead though? But anyways, you need to finish playing it, dude. I'm getting ready to buy it again on Steam just to play it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, I do enjoy the remakes, like RE2 and RE3.
Yes.
I hope they remake RE4.
They did in VR. If you haven't played it yet, it's fantastic. It's creepy. Shawn, I don't think Sean can play it.
I'll be honest. I like it, but like, it's not. I don't know. It's not different enough for me to really recommend it for people.
For a VR experience, I can 100% recommend it. If you like VR games and you want to play Resident Evil VR, besides Biohazard, Resident Evil 7, pick this up.
Yeah,
It's great. $29. Get it on sale. Recommend it if it's on sale for $15. Get it for $15. Even $20.
See, I think if you've played it before, I don't recommend it. It's too similar.
They took out some stuff out of there, which I'm not really happy with, but I can understand why.
I did not like the mechanics. They were the only VR mechanic really was the fact that you could point the gun. That was it basically. There's no VR mechanics that were fun in it. It's just you got to aim. That's it.
I enjoyed it. You hated it. I enjoy it.
I don't hate it. It's just I couldn't recommend it to somebody if they've already played it. If they haven't, go for it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Speaking of VR, what we all need to do is go play our favorite game in VR.
I don't have VR anymore. I sold it.
Oh.
Never mind.
Oh dang.
That throws everything out of a loop.
Yeah, I won't play that game.
Come on, dude. One time.
No. I'll probably literally run, and I'll run to a wall or a door or something. I'll forget. I would forget. I'm playing VR.
Just by the way, guys, what we are
that's
talking
hilarious.
about is Phasmophobia. It has VR. I've been trying to get them to play it for a while. Dude. Shawn, you play that game in VR, that would make some great YouTube content. Let's be honest. You trying to run and you smack your door
I don't know.
or facing the door?
I might get canceled.
Okay. Last but not least, our most anticipated game right now.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Star Wars Eclipse.
Yes.
Based in the High Republic era. We are all so excited for it. It's made by
Yes.
Quantic Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Really good developer. They've developed Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human. Really good developer. They've done phenomenal on every single game they've made. I enjoy them all. I've played them all. If you haven't played any of those, you need to pick at least one up and try it.
Detroit Become Human is one of my top recommends. Heavy Rain is also a fantastic game.
I enjoyed Heavy Rain so much. And that was at a point in my life where I didn't really play those types of games.
No.
Like I didn't like stuff like that. But that game had me hooked. I wanted to know who the killer was. I wanted to know everything. And I enjoyed every moment of that game.
You wouldn't shut up about that game for a while.
Well, it came out before I ever knew you. But it
Was it? No, it didn't. You worked with us when we came out.
It came out before I ever knew you guys because PS4 was out by the time I knew you guys, and that game was early or middle PS3.
February 23rd, 2010.
Okay, so yeah.
Middle PS3. Such a good game though. Sean, have you played any of them?
That's PlayStation, right?
Not all. Yeah, they all are PlayStation. Detroit Become Humans on everything. Right?
No, I haven't played.
As far as I
any
know,
of
it's on PlayStation and Steam. I know that much.
So it's on everything then.
everything I have access to.
Yeah.
I'm so from the trailer of this game, y'all. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Huge Star Wars fan. I have a whole room dedicated to Star Wars. I'm really thinking this game's gonna be open world. Just from one of the trailers, like the little teaser trailer with the open world kind of space station. Not space station, but I don't know how to describe it.
It needs to look good.
It's
going to. Quantum
yeah.
Dream makes everything look good.
It needs to look better than Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, it's going to. It will for sure.
Hands down, Sean. You don't understand. They make really good looking games. Like every single one of their games, for the time that it came out, was gorgeous.
One thing, Shawn. You would think I would never play Detroit Become Human. Dude, that game is. It catches you. It makes you fall in love with that story. I feel like this is gonna be.
So it makes me want to watch iRobot.
It's gonna be a roller coaster for me because you know how much I am a huge Star Wars fan. But this company, dude, like it makes you as a roller coaster ride playing these games. I'm so excited.
Their storytelling is so freaking good. They do a good job every single time.
Yes.
And for some people that don't know, it's coming out 200 years before the Skywalker saga.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're going to see the gold lightsaber.
Yep.
High Republic, it's also going to be the same era that the movies are coming out in.
Yes.
The next trilogy for Star Wars is coming out in.
It's supposed to.
Supposed to.
Yep.
I don't know much about this game. I know for a fact when this game starts getting closer, we get more stuff on it. We start doing more podcasts. I'm going to know a lot more details about this game.
It's my most anticipated game.
At this point, as much as I am a huge Star Wars fan, it's supposed to be released,
23 probably.
Yeah.
It's early in development right now. So maybe even 24.
I would probably...
Hopefully not.
Honestly, for me, a huge Star Wars fan, I would like to see this game come out in 2025. I want them to work on it. I want them to take
3
time.
years.
Yes. Because look how games are developing right now. Look at Cyberpunk. We'll take Cyberpunk for example. How long was it in development?
Quantum Dream doesn't
I
do
know,
that,
I know
though.
they don't do it at all. But look at what Cyberpunk was. We waited 8 years for it? We finally got it. So bad. So bad.
See, I played it on PC and I did not have as much trouble as everyone was talking about.
Right. I played it on the next gen Xbox, and
That's why you had trouble. Consoles, it was way worse than it was on PC.
I want them to take their time on this game. I'm so excited for it. Anything Star Wars, I'm excited for. 2025 is the earliest that I want to see it. Maybe a teaser trip.
I'd be okay with 2023 or 2024. I think they've been working on it for a year or two. I think 4 years is enough for most games. And that they're a big developer
They
too,
are.
so it's not like it's 50 people working on a gigantic game. It's more like 300-400 people working on a
so
gigantic
in
game.
between Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human is 8 years.
Star Wars.
But there's also Beyond Two Souls in between
Yeah,
that.
which is thrown.
We talked about
in the middle.
off a podcast the other day. I mean, you were talking about Brennan. I think I looked it up and it was 18 months in development so far for Eclipse Star Wars.
Yeah, that was a rough
Yeah.
estimate.
So I mean, 2024, 2025 doesn't sound too bad.
No, I'm okay with 2024. I'm honestly okay with 2023. If they think it's ready, I am okay with it. I haven't seen them put out a game that's glitchy or anything like that.
No, I haven't. No, you're right.
I think that studio is going to do a good job. I think they're going to make a heck of a Star Wars story. I can't
Dude,
wait.
I'm so excited.
What if they make it better than the movie?
They will, because, I mean, the last 3 movies sucked.
Hey.
Shouldn't they get the phone call to direct the movie?
Josh, you like 8, and 8 is a trash can fire.
No, I don't like 8. What are you talking about? I like 9. I hated 8. You can watch episode 7, skip over 8, and watch episode 9. Ryan Johnson is a
honestly.
crappy director, in my opinion.
Is he still directing the next trilogy?
No.
Not?
Thank God.
Thank
Well,
God.
it's on hold
Thank
right
God.
now, what they said, but the way they worded it is like he's out or he walked out of it.
Please God, do not let Ryan Johnson direct the next trilogy. Please.
Episode 9 is probably my favorite one. I liked episode 7. I know this is getting about movie topics right now. We'll have a movie podcast coming out soon. But episode 8 was probably or 9 was my favorite, sorry.
See, I didn't like 9 as much because it was picking up the pieces from 8.
It was. You could watch 7, skip 8, and go to 9. 8 doesn't exist whatsoever. There's nothing there. Oh, spoiler alert, Luke dies. Like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. You didn't miss anything.
Yeah. Snoke dies in like half a
Yeah,
second.
like, what? That's the only 2 interesting things that happened.
Clone of Snoke dies.
Well, Snoke is dead because he's a clone of Palpatine. Palpatine was trying to make a better body for himself.
He was a puppet. He was basically a puppet.
Yeah, but there's a whole bunch more. You seen that?
Yeah,
Tube in the background. Yeah, he's not dead. He's coming back.
yeah. We need to do we'll talk about that off podcast.
Emperor Palpatine overplayed.
No! He can come back to life, man. And I have a theory about that. We'll talk.
All right, so don't forget to check out thenerdsthatnight.com to get all your merch. You'll get t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, a hoodie, and a pillow to snuggle up with that night.
A nice warm pillow. Oh, you can have a nice warm pillow with Nerds at Night watching or listening to our podcast. Sorry.
Watching our podcast on YouTube, which is gonna be a still picture.
Yeah. Or you can watch us on. We also have stream nights, video games. So you can sit there and drink your nice hot coffee or hot chocolate, cuddle up with that pillow. Come listen to us.
Get a hot toddy. Feel a little. You got that cough in your throat. It's winter time, so you feel a little bit better about yourself. Yeah. This has been Nerds at Night podcast.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
See y'all next time.